Hello YouTube, it's me again, Red Lunarian, bringing you my second video on my Dark World deck profile that I will be testing for the September 2013 format. Before I start with the profile, I want to point out some things. First of all, the madness only affected my deck slightly. It only removed some staple cards on this deck which had no consequence whatsoever. However, possibly one of the best cards that was banned from this deck was card destruction, but that doesn't mean that the deck has lost some draw power, and there are still other options for card destruction which I will addressing later in this video. After the ban list, I decided to make my deck faster and more aggressive by adding some more draw power to this deck. I also don't see this deck having trouble in this format since Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos are now limited. However, that doesn't mean that they were completely removed, because people can still side they can still side in one of each, or either run a Shadow Imprisoned Mirror to specifically hinder my deck. This is also a reason as to why I'm still running my Mystical Space Typhoon in my side deck. Without further ado, let's start. I run triple Grapha, the boss monster of the deck, triple Snow, the search engine of the deck, then triple Brow for draw power, to Silva, level 5 rank, whatever. Then I run double Beige. I decided to take out my Trans Archfiend and put this card. Then double Target. And last, one Morphing Jar. I was running Fabled Raven instead of this card, but I decided to give it a try. Unlike Raven, if I get this card at the start of the game, I can simply set it and allow my opponent to attack it to get its discard effect. It also serves as a substitute for a card destruction in this new format. If this card does not work as I planned, then I will bring back Fabled Raven. Then let's move to spells. The classic Gates of the Darkworld, triple Darkworld Dealings, triple Dragdown, and triple Upstart Goblin, just to make my deck at 37, and Darkhold, a staple card, which I'm surprised that it wasn't banned. But I miss Heavy Storm though. Then I run one Gateway to Darkworld, just as a monster board. Then one Allure of Darkness. And last, one Foolish Burial, useful to get Graph into the graveyard, or to have a monster to banish for Gates of the Underworld if you don't have any. Then let's go to the traps. I run triple Reckless Greed. It gives good draw power in the deck that already can draw a lot of cards on its own, though it's a little risky. But believe me, this game has a lot of luck power involved in it, so I might as well play with luck. And if you draw the right cards, those two draw phases that you have to skip will not matter at all. Otherwise, I might get stuck with a bad hand. Then I run the double Skill Drain. One Return from a different dimension. This is a pretty good card which you can use to make a lot of OTKs. And you can use the banished monsters to return for Grapha, use them as exit monsters, or for anything else you have to use, making half of your life points worth the cost. Then one Call of the Haunted, another substitute for Master Reborn, and one Eradicator. Since it's only limited to one, I might as well run it on my deck. And now let's move to the extra deck. I run one Sandmains, one Tempo, one Levier. You have to run this card if you're running Dark Worlds, especially if you have Target. Then one Giga Brilliant, Leviathan Dragon, Acid Golem, Lavalva Chain. Serves as a foolish burial or a sort of a cheap search engine. But it's still pretty good though, to be honest. I run one main stroke. Photon Papilloparity. I don't really use this card a lot, so I just have it as a filler. Then Utopia. The same thing with Photon Papilloparity, just as a filler. Until I get other good Exis monster cards. One crazy box. Probably you might be asking why I run this card. This card is good when skill drain is up, and it also serves as a perfect cost for Eradicator. That's why I run it. It's good though. 3000 with gates, it becomes 33. Then I still run the number 61. Adris. One Tyrus. And one Heliopolis. And now let's go to my side deck. Like I said, I still run my triple MSTs. Which are good against anything. Then triple Mind Crush for good against search decks and combines well with Drag Down. Double Deck Devastation Viruses, good against Saint Mains, maybe Frognars, or anything else that runs monster with 15 or less attack. Then I run triple Smog. Since the zombies are gonna be having Pledge Prayer and Mezuki semi-limited, and the vampire archetype is coming out soon, I think. I have 3 of these in my deck to serve as a way to get rid of those cards. And it's good against the Darkworld Mirror match. You simply take out Darkworld Dealings and put this card in for an optional discard method. Then I run Royal Decree, double Royal Decree. Just in case my opponent runs heavy back row, since I no longer have heavy storm, just run this card, negate defects, and you are good with it. And I still run the double Mind Rain. Good if my opponent runs a lot of hand traps, otherwise I have no idea why I still have it, since its dragons are dead. And that's about it. I wanna hear what you think about this deck, and I will really appreciate any feedback. And thanks for watching.